1 2 1 2. Mic check. What you gonna do? New legal, general, Xbox community, Di-RREC Gaming. We here, and we in the building. I got something to talk about today, and thank you for everybody that's tuning in. Thank you. It's official that we will be making a new transition. I'm gonna have to adapt and get a little bit more wittier. But that's not gonna be a problem. My thing is the people that I want to help within the Xbox community. I love the fact of just hearing other people's voices, hearing other people's opinions and facts on the matter of Xbox. That was my whole point of building my platform. And for 2 years, man, I've enjoyed it. Going on 3 actually, but I won't make it. So 2.5 years, I've enjoyed it. And we got another month to go, like July the 22nd. So we're gonna be going in. I'm just glad that within that realm of time, we actually get to showcase the big show. Di-RREC Gaming gets to showcase the big show, General. We get to go all out.
Yes, sir.
And
that's our bang. That's our
bang. And it's almost like a bang goodbye, right, for Mixer. But we're gonna get to that. Get to that. We got a lot to say. We're gonna do it justice today. Oh yes, we gonna do it. Don't even worry, streets. I got you. Your boy got you, and we locked and loaded. I know what you thinking. I know what you feel. I know. I am 100% with y'all. The thing is, leaders stand out in the front line. Propagandas somewhere in the middle. They like to mix themselves up in the crowd, but they don't really like to show their head too much because it's too much on the line for them. And then you got the cowards who stay way in the back, who continue to just discuss stuff that we already know about, man. I don't want to hear about no specs anymore. I don't want to hear about that stuff. I want to hear about that stuff, man. Listen, bro. I'm going to listen to Microsoft when Microsoft tells me what the specs and stuff are. So I'm not in tune with that. But what we are in tune with, General, what we are in tune with is the streets of Xbox. And for some reason, man, I think that we are on the right side of the focus lens. We're down here focused on the gamers of Xbox. I don't think that I would want to be anywhere else, man, with my mindset, because it's my comrades, man, that I'm down here with. Everything that goes on, they have something to say, right? So if it wasn't about the streets, then why would everybody feel like they got a comment to make? Everybody's got a comment.
People's voice.
That's right.
Everybody's voice got means something, man.
That's right. Everybody has a comment, but don't everybody have a platform? Facts. So we're limited to platforms, but we're not limited to mouths and words that come out of them. We're not limited to that. So today, people, I'm going in. I'm going to put a little twist on some things. We're going to unlock Pandora's box. We're going to touch on some subjects, and I'm going to bring some things to the forefront. And all the while we do this, I hope that I make some people say, damn, out of the midst of all the tissue and the crying and all the emotional, nervous breakdowns and stuff like that, damn, New Legal kept it poised, kept his head on. Damn, he said some things that I wasn't even thinking about. Damn, that's right, or damn, that's wrong. However you feel. But we're going to bring it today. Don't worry about that. Have we not? When have we not brought it? So we're going to continue to bring it. So here we go. Buckle up. It's the New Legal, baby. It's Di-RREC Gaming, my man General Johnson. How you feeling? How you living? How you doing out there? What's up, General? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Chilling like a villain. You know what I mean?
You know how we do it, man. We come in, let it ride for a minute. We test sound. I'm going to test sound real quick. General, keep talking, man. Keep talking. We're going to test this sound.
I mean, yeah, man, one thing I'm learning, man, about life, man, you got to adapt, man. Things change. You got to adapt, man. And I think sometimes gamers forget that, man. Like, you got to adapt to what's going to be new. And that's why I'm not really a fan of nostalgia like that. And I'm being honest because, man, you got to be able
Good.
to let things go. You got to be able to move on.
Right.
So,
That's right,
you
man.
know what I mean? But real talk, the key in life is adapt. When something comes, on the left lane, go right. Something come
Facts.
high, go low. Something go low, go high. And sometimes people, they just, it's funny because I heard a gamer say, man, like, you know, the reason why he missed E3 because it makes him feel like a kid, right? Or that's his Christmas, him going out to LA and meeting with people and this and that. But unfortunately, it's not realistic because now, right? There would be an E3 if the numbers wasn't there, if Sony didn't break all the YouTube numbers for the conference and all this other stuff. These game companies see they can do it the way they want to do it, and we still gonna tune in.
All
Everything
these
is not
people letting them
forever,
sparks
man.
fly for Di-RREC Gaming. I just want to say to my man Dorkster
Yeah,
4, man, I really appreciate it. They letting them sparks fly, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Letting them sparks fly. My man Jizzle Gaming, letting them sparks fly. And anybody else that
yeah,
comes up in here right now, I know we early, we just 6 minutes in. But man, you guys are amazing, man. This is why I stand tall. This is why I stand tall, and I don't have no problem standing tall. It's funny because of the reactions. Now, General, that was a great
yeah,
introduction to the subjects, man, that I think I'm gonna push
yeah.
forward. And I might be a little off of what you said, but what you said was dynamic for the whole what do you call it? The circumference of the theme and the subjects of this show. Man,
Yeah, you gotta
listen, bro.
adapt.
You gotta adapt. All right. All right, here we go, man. Buckle up. Here we go.
Play
People
ball.
think that, Microsoft doesn't know how to plan things out right. You got people who think that $1 trillion company doesn't know how to plan right.
Mm.
The problem is when you're not truly following the same thing that you're claiming to represent.
Talk
If
about it,
you've
brother.
been
Talk about it.
following Microsoft, then you know the whole entire theme and the whole entire vision has been cloud gaming. Not broadcasting, not streaming services, but cloud gaming. And in between their vision, which by the way is 7 years late, like I've been saying, and
Mm-hmm.
then Phil confirms it on Twitter. Phil
Yep.
confirmed what I've been saying on Twitter when Killer Philip said, it's just we've got into this field, which is the streaming and broadcasting field, too late. We
Yep.
came in it too late. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a failure thing as far as money wise. They ain't lose no money. They lost the fact to build within the community. Mixer was part of the gaming division. It wasn't a
Yep.
division it wasn't a division that was separate from the gaming division. It was a part of the Xbox division. That's why it was incorporated into Xbox. Microsoft in general, bear with me.
Mm-hmm. Take your time,
Microsoft,
brother. Take your time.
right, brother. Microsoft been planning things that the industry don't want to adapt to. I'm taking a
Talk
word from
about
my
it.
man. In
Talk about it.
2000, before 2013, we heard the whispers of cloud gaming. We heard that whisper. But when it finally came, and when it was finally presented to you, because you was ignorant about the stuff, or because you was truly a hater of Xbox, you didn't like the direction that was being told to you. And you figured that you knew what you was talking about as far as futuristic aspects for gaming, which you really didn't have no idea. You had no idea because the same things that you was mad about 7 years ago, it's the same things that are going on today. Same
Yep.
things, man. And you're okay with it. Doyster, I appreciate you, man. And you're okay with it. That's the funny part. The real part about this is understanding that Microsoft was up against governments and laws that they were under the antitrust law acts, and they had to fight for their innocence, fight for their justice, right? And in the midst of doing this, because I hate to repeat this, General, but we got to. It's just sad that you have to say these things. And in the midst of all of that, companies get a chance to move ahead. The problem with Microsoft, there's a problem with Microsoft. And General, here's the problem with Microsoft. You ready to hear this one, General? Here's the problem with Microsoft. They're too smart for their own britches. Have you ever heard that terminology? Microsoft is light years of their competitors when it comes to things.
They are.
That's why you don't hear Sony battling no antitrust law. They can't innovate. You don't hear Amazon and Google being attacked for no antitrust. Bro, come on. You don't hear you hear Apple. You hear Apple. Apple's had to do it. Remember when Apple did it with the iPhone? With the iPod and the iPhone? They did it because they changed the game. So when Microsoft got attacked and they had to prove to themselves that, hey, we're not into this one world domination company, because that's what it's about, not allowing a company to get too far and dominate. That's what Microsoft was going to trial about, being too dominant. Think about it, even in the PC market, back in the day, they ran 90% of the market. Why? Because they're too smart for their own britches. That's why. So really, Microsoft, the problem with Microsoft is they have to dumb down their way of putting things.
Yep.
And within that, because they're too smart, they have to slow down. You know what I'm saying? And when they slow down, everybody else catches up. And by doing that, in the meantime, while you're stuck in courts and you're battling, you can't make the product. You can't. You're on freeze. And so by doing that, same with AT&T. Look what happened to AT&T. AT&T and Time Warner couldn't join forces. Oh no, but Sprint, T-Mobile, and all them could, because that's not fair. You're gonna not let the little guys or the other people who can't innovate like you, where are they gonna go? So it's kind of like you have these governments in place that try to keep things equal. They try to give it equal equality within companies, right? And by doing that, that's the problem with Microsoft. Sometimes it works out for Microsoft, sometimes it doesn't. And in this case, General, it didn't work out, because by the time Microsoft was able to build its infrastructure, like they actually didn't build it. Now here's a good one. They actually didn't build it. It was already built, and it was bought out by Microsoft, because Mixer used to be Beam before it was Mixer. And then that's right. So when it came over to Microsoft and Microsoft changed over to Mixer, that's when they started building for it to be on Xbox and incorporating and make it into a broadcasting channel and all of this. Now, I'm going to touch on a little bit on how great it was. We all know that Mixer revolutionized the way we play games on our streaming services. What Mixer, as far as being broadcasters, we know how it was a light years ahead of its damn. It was light years, bro. It's light years above Twitch and all this stuff. YouTube gaming, it kills it. There's no, that's facts, right? Man, it did so many things far greater that it's a shame, right? It's just a damn shame. Now, that's what I'm gonna touch out on that. As we continue to see Mixer having its little issues in the beginning, and Microsoft was fixing it with the Xbox, and we get our updates, and we saw how they were trying to reinvent. You saw that there was something going on, that they were trying to reinvent and make the community grow. Okay? And my only question was, why the hell are they having a hard time making it grow? We have a badass infrastructure right here, and it seems like they can't get it together. Well, like I always say, Eventually, things come out. A lot of it has to do with the Xbox community itself. And once again, you think
You sure you want to say that?
I'm gonna say it because it's
All
just
right,
deeper
all
than
right,
that.
man.
That's just one topic. I'll be sitting up here
Go
lying,
ahead.
General, if I didn't say it because the numbers are out.
Go ahead, man.
Got the damn numbers. They're out and they're pathetic. They are pathetic. Okay? Pathetic, bro. Especially for a streaming service that's been out 4 years. You're telling me that you can't even appreciate a gaming service that's used for broadcasting and streaming that's built into your console and you don't want to use that? You rather jump off of that, go through some little interventions just to get to where you need to go, only because you're comfortable. Now, I'm not knocking people who chose to do that because they might have had a fan base that was already established and they just couldn't get them over on Mixer for some reason. Here's the funny part. If you have fans of your brand, not of you, but of what you stood for, put it like that. Because I hate to use the word fans, but if you had subscribers and people that like what you build and establish, Mixer wasn't a hard place to come to because Mixer wasn't just an Xbox platform. If you had your PlayStation, you had your Nintendo, or hell, if you didn't even have a console, if you wanted to show people what you was cooking that night, or a damn guitar, and you wanted to strum the strings on it and play some damn music, you could be seen on Mixer. Mixer was just an everything thing, man. And I don't understand how people would not have followed you. If that was the case, then they wasn't true. They wasn't true to your brand, true to what you was building. If you struggled that much, because here's what we do know about Mixer. Mixer was smooth. There wasn't nothing hard about getting on Mixer. Mixer was a smooth experience, man. It was crazy. That's how crazy smooth it was. So my only problem was when things like the Kinect got taken out. And we didn't have really nothing to showcase yourself with because you didn't see Mixer coming. Microsoft said, okay, Kinect's gone. We're looking at cloud. Once again, cloud comes up. We need to see what we can do on our own structure within our own services, and we need to build to get ready for what we think can be available for many people to use the Xbox brand on many services, okay? While doing that, we find out that there was a very small percentage of Xbox fans using Mixer. That in itself, General,
Talk about it.
Damn shame.
Talk about it, my brother. Go on now. Go
Yes,
on.
sir.
I'm gonna put some in the collection plate on that one. Go ahead.
Thank you. That was a damn shame. When the numbers came out, 0.02% increase, bro. Listen, man. Another problem that we see within the Xbox community that I've been saying for years is the Trojan horse effect. My man General's even said that. This is why, and I speak to my true Xbox fans, is why I keep saying that. To my true Xbox fans, you're not this problem. You're not the problem. The true Xbox fans support Xbox. And they come out here and they work hard to do it. The problem with the Xbox community is we have too many Trojan horses. Too many people that claim to like Xbox, but they're not supportive. So things like Mixer don't last. When we have different genre game that comes out that may not ever had a sequel, it's a brand new IP, we don't go out there and buy the damn game. So that, hey, the devs feel like, man, we made this game, we can make another one because, look, they're willing to buy it. At least let the game sell 1 million. Golly. Get the game to 1 million. If nothing else, there's what? 70-something million Xbox Ones out there. I mean, I can't listen. You can't come at everybody else without coming at your own community. And my community knows I love them. Xbox community knows I love them. So when I'm speaking, y'all know that the new legal speaks from the heart. This ain't no script. I speak from the heart because I'm right here, eyes open, wide awake. I'm not sleeping on this stuff. I get it. But you gotta also listen. Mixer wasn't it wasn't a perfect place. It had its ups and downs just like everybody else. The problem was it wasn't as big. And when you see, now I'm gonna tell you what hurt it. That daggum Google. When they started taking away. And we didn't know why they took away that YouTube connection all of a sudden. We had YouTube in our Xbox, y'all. At one point, we streamed anywhere we wanted to go. And then all of a sudden, now this is what I want to say, General. I'm bringing this to light. Just like we didn't understand what was going on back then. And lo and behold, I do, and I remember the article, and they lied to us. Google straight up lied to us so it wouldn't be so much backlash. And they held a little secret from us. And we're going to bring that to light. I don't remember the year exactly. I'm going to throw a year out there. If I'm wrong, forgive me, but I'm just throwing a year out. And that year is not as important as to what I'm about to say. But let's just say somewhere around 2015 is when we saw this, we're not going to be able to use YouTube anymore on our Xbox. Due to...
I remember that.
Yep. Look, now watch what was told to us. Oh, it's not that you're losing it because there's something going on. They're working on 4K elements. So they're going to put it back into your Xbox where you'll have the option to download your games in 4K. So I said, okay, well, nothing. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that day never came. Upload Studios fell to the ashes because it was outdated looking. The way we edited our games was like the old way of doing it. It didn't look right. So we didn't have, and this is going to come back to haunt you. I'm going to say this right now. We didn't have a share button. Just remember what I said, share button, because I'm bringing that to light soon. We didn't have that feature. Why? Then all of a sudden you remember that YouTube and PlayStation struck that deal. That's why they had a share button. Okay, so it's very easy for Sony fans to put stuff on YouTube, whether it's trash or not. It's easy for them.
Extremely easy.
It was decent for us, but we had to go through hurdles. We could still get it there, but we just had to go through some interventions and get some things done. You know, we had to go let people know why we like Xbox so much, just to get it on their stuff. You know, in a metaphorical way. Now, when that got taken away from us, a lot of people just said, "I'm done." You know, I'm done broadcasting. I'm done. Because I remember people was like, man, if I can't, take my videos over here, I don't want to go through all these hardships just to get a damn game on YouTube when I see PlayStation fans having no problem doing it. So I know that it's not that Microsoft can't do it. It's something going on. And as the next year came and we're waiting, it never came. About late 2017, early 2018, right? What came out of nowhere? There's a whisper that Google is coming out with a console. You're like, what? Did anybody see Stadia coming? I don't. From nobody, from the upper YouTube channels to the lower YouTube channels, nobody predicted Stadia is coming from Google because nobody knew. Nobody knew. So when that happened, nobody knew. Nobody knew. So when that happened, it was like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me we're getting another console? And then you remember when Atari came? You remember when Atari came? Atari, everybody started wanting to come out with these consoles. Well, we saw what happened to Atari. And then Then, as the years kept going, as the months keep going, we started listening to some of the features that the Stadia brand was going to come out with. And lo and behold, what did they have? That share button. And
Yep.
you're going to get directly to YouTube games. Because you remember YouTube had to change up their stuff. They were changing up their stuff so that you would go and get the Stadia. So then everything you did was content created for you to benefit being on the YouTube brand, dealing with Google. So that knocked all of us Xbox gamers out the door. They are our direct competitors. That's why things happen the way they happen. And as you had people to go back to Twitch, which in my opinion, straight garbage. When you had people, Facebook gaming came out, but that's not the way we do things. We don't sit up here on our PCs. You have to get on there, have to have a PC. You have to have a camera, and you have to have like an Elgato. Well, there's a lot of us, we didn't come from that. You know why we didn't come from that? And look, there's nothing wrong with that setup. If you're used to it, right? If you're used to it, but we didn't come from that setup. General, you know why we didn't come from that setup? Because as Xbox fans, we've always been integrated with our stuff. If we ever just wanted to get into something, all we had to do was turn our Xboxes on, and we're into it. We didn't have to go and get a computer and all these hookups to do this stuff. We just turn on our Xbox. The convenience of Mixer was there. Now, General,
Can I get some? Are you still going?
Go ahead. I was gonna still go.
Yeah.
But no, you go ahead and elaborate.
No, finish.
Okay.
All right, so
go ahead and elaborate.
My whole thing is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my whole thing is this, right? You know, as I was saying, I guess you say, pre-show, we was chopping it up. I'm not a nostalgia dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody that understands that you have to move forward. Some people hate that about me, but I'm not a nostalgia dude. Like, I don't hold on to things like that. And I understand the technology. That's a real thing, man. Like, and technology, platforms and everything, it changes. And one thing I understand about business is very simple. If it's not working, you get rid of it. I don't care how anybody feels. That's really how a corporation looks at things. Now, you just said that when you turn on your Xbox, it's convenient because everything is there. And that's how Xbox has always been. Xbox, to Xbox fans, if you look at other platforms that are in this business, Xbox is always giving you more than you even asked for. More. Mixer and all type of stuff, and all type of stuff that, the dashboard and Xbox Insider Access and Xbox Insider Programs, and you're the first one to get the updates and see how this is going to work in this functionality. Everything that has nothing to do with a gaming machine. And what I'm going to say is makes sense because it's kind of where Microsoft is going. I think the Microsoft that you know from the 360, from the Xbox One, I think they're changing. I think they really are going to be a gaming machine, a very strong gaming machine.
I don't want you to get too far ahead of me.
Right.
Don't get too ahead of me. But you're right. Right.
So just as far as coincide what Nuliga was talking about, it's just the fact that everything has been available to Xbox gamers. Everything has been available. Right? I'll make a point in the same rim that he was talking about. Bro, when we get new franchises, we don't support them. Look at Quantum Break sales. Look at Sunset Overdrive sales. Right? These are new franchises. Right? Look at Rise. And everybody's screaming for Rise too. Right? So these companies are based off of data, whether you want to like it or not. Because I hear this whole excuse of oh, well, Sony makes another game just to make sure it has a sequel. Yo, that's Sony. And Nintendo, they are nostalgia. Nintendo doesn't do anything new. The newest thing Nintendo did was Splash, whatever it was, the Splash game, you know what I'm saying? Because they felt like, yo, kids shouldn't be playing Call of Duty. Let's give them an alternative. And it worked, right? So, my thing is that when it comes to Mixer, when it comes to different platforms, it comes to different access, right? Yo, if they don't see the support, they're gonna take it away. And this is what I was telling New Legal. Like, real talk. You see all the, and I'm using New Legal for an example. As a casual fan, right? If I was a casual fan and I seen all the gripes and upsets that New Legal and the Gears fans had with Gears 5,
Right.
what makes you think I want to play Gears? Listening to gear experts and people from esports and real gear heads that play the online, the multiplayer, right?
Right.
So when you hear these things, it makes you kind of step back. But it's just basic economics. It's business. If you don't support it, they're not going to do it again. The reason why you got a Dead Rising 3 when the Xbox One launched, because Dead Rising was a popular series. And Dead Rising 3 was great. And because of the sales of Dead Rising 3, that's how you got a Dead Rising 4. But you're not getting a Dead Rising 5. You're not getting a Dead Rising because that studio closed down. Here's another fun fact for you. Ori sold pretty good. Ori and the Blind Forest. But the maker of Ori didn't want to do a part 2. He didn't see the reason to. He told his story and won. But it's because of Phil that made him understand that this is a franchise and that Xbox fans and fans all around love it. So he said, you know what? He asked the guy, well, how would you improve Ori if you had the chance to? And so he came up with the battle system and things you could do now and using weapons and, the dynamics and the design of the boards and more bigger bosses and things like that. So, Cuphead, right? Cuphead, that team, they mortgaged their house, man. They mortgaged their house before Microsoft basically snatched them up. And then it was Phil that said you need more platforming elements. Because if you didn't know, Cuphead was just a bunch of boss runs. It was an animated game where you fought a bunch of bosses and you go board after board. It was Phil and the team that were like, yo, you should have platforming elements. You need something that leads up to the boss. But the reason why there'll be a Cuphead 2, right? Because you supported it. So when it comes to Mixer, whether you want to hear the truth or not, you didn't support it.
Right.
You didn't support it. And when you have your own platform, and you go use other platforms like Twitch and Facebook gaming and whatever else you use, you know what I'm saying, to do your live stream, and you don't support what's in your ecosystem, they're going to take it away. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's a reality. If you don't use it, they're going to take it away.
That's
Go ahead,
true,
New
man.
Legal. I just wanted to say that.
No, you're right, man. So we get to a situation, right, where now it's like, okay, do we sit here and invest? Do we sit here and invest in something that even our own gamers are not invested in, or do we say, you know what, look, we're going to start reaching out and looking at what we honestly knew from the start, our vision, which is cloud gaming, and how we can keep up with our vision, even though we may have to let something like this go. Because honestly, Mixer was a test. It was a test to see if we were really going to handle something like this. Microsoft had the money to keep building on it, but when you're not, they had the money to keep building on it. It's not a pocket issue. It's now a does this make sense issue, because Microsoft looks at our numbers and sees what we tend to gravitate to. So if we're not even using Mixer, Microsoft is like, well, why are we putting our money into it? And when you hear people out here saying, well, Microsoft wasted their money, I see where they're coming up with that, but they just talking about it in the wrong way. But it's kind of like Microsoft is saying, well, why would we put our money into something nobody's going to support? That's just common sense, people. That's just common sense. So now it's at the point where you see that Mixer pops up out of nowhere. The issue of Mixer pops up out of nowhere, right? And people are seeing these claims about this racial stuff that was going on. That wasn't
Yeah, I was reading
all
about that.
right. That wasn't all Mixer people. That was an incident that was going on within
Right.
certain streamers. Now,
Right.
that has no place anywhere. That has no place anywhere. And I'm glad that people stood up and they talked about it. I'm glad these things happen, okay? I am glad these things
Right.
happen because nobody should go through stuff like that. Um, and the black community knows heavily about issues like that, and we talk about it, and we're fighting for equalities and stuff, even right
Right
now
now.
during a pandemic and all this stuff that's going on in the United States of America. So this is very much real, right? And it affects everywhere we go. Sadly enough, it gets into gaming. Now, with that, General, the
Mm-hmm.
same way we didn't know about Google and Stadia, because these companies, they make deals and stuff. They don't make deals and stuff right in front of us. They make deals and stuff behind closed doors and phone call meetings and conferences and get-togethers and things like that, and they strike deals.
Yo, I
Now that
heard somebody say that's what E3 really is about. That's what E3 is about. Really about making deals.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Now you have Facebook, who got into the war, right? Who got into the war with Google and was like, "Yo, look, if we don't get into this gaming thing, Google is going to become
Yep.
this giant because Twitch has no competitor. When Twitch came, that's why Twitch doesn't grow innovative wise. How is it that you can have something out that long and then something like Beam comes along and destroys you with innovation? Because these companies, their engineers aren't as great as other ones. It's
No.
You got Facebook, who is using their platform, which isn't very innovative itself, but here's how Facebook does it. Look at their test, okay? You gotta look at their test.
Yeah.
Facebook came out with Live. Remember Live? Live on your Facebook?
Yeah, I
You
never
can go live and then you
Yep.
can share that video. And you got people who when they can't do, when they're trying to show you football games, they'll go live and then it
Yep.
gets cut off because you can't do it due to copyright. But people
Exactly, yeah.
tend to they tend to get you in the moment. And see, that's the thing. When you're there in the moment, they can't do anything about it. But you can't like put it up later on and say, "Hey, here's the game." You would have to be there in the moment because that's live. Anytime you go live, you do it. Look at Google. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, look at Google and YouTube. When YouTube didn't have live, remember that? They didn't have live.
Right.
They didn't have a live feature. Those were tests. So when live came out, that was just to see how things were going to be. Same with Mixer. Except Mixer wasn't as big, and Microsoft was using Mixer to see if they could integrate their platform with their cloud service called XCloud. Well,
Exactly.
that wasn't a Microsoft failure because Microsoft did that, right? They gave us XCloud. That's in the beta right now and it's successful. Hundreds of thousands
Yep.
of people use it. The problem was, once again, inside this Trojan horse community called Xbox. Once again, and I'm telling my true Xbox fans that all Loom and Doom isn't over with, but you're going to have to stand up and dig deep. You're going to have to look at yourself and who you follow, because it's not what you think, but who you follow, but what you follow, because what you follow determines how you think. That's it. You don't think on your own,
Right.
because if you did think on your own, you would know these things. If you're a thinker and you took time to understand things, you do that on your own. You don't do that by always asking questions and getting the answers from other people, because you will never truly learn anything for yourself. You will always walk around with the knowledge of what other people are giving you, instead of looking at stuff and learning it for yourself. So instead of always being a questionnaire, you're a person of an answer. People with the answers usually go further in life than the people with just the questions. People who solve things go further in life than the people with just the questions. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a questionnaire if you are really trying to find out what you're looking for. Nothing wrong with that. But to always be a questionnaire just because you're lazy about trying to find something, Yeah, that's a problem. And that's not an Xbox problem. That's not a Microsoft problem. That's a personal problem. And you
Yep.
guys don't even see because you're too busy looking at these idiots who just say anything because they're deeply not into this gaming stuff. So you have to have that passion. I get criticized for being a corporate slave. But where do you ever see anything of me where I got Xbox stuff all over the place and I'm just Xbox crazy and no matter what, you don't see all of that, man. What they don't like about me is I'm calm, collective, and I can explain myself. And when you are calm and
Yep.
collective, like they're not, because they're emotional and distraught, I don't hide behind no mean character. I'm not up here with no anime. I'm up here with my logo, something that I created. I feel proud about, right? A brand that I created because I'm a passionate gamer that games on the Xbox brand who relishes in the Xbox community. That's what the new legal is. And I have no problem saying it. I have no problem feeling good about that. Why? Because I meet good people in this community. Good people in the community. So I'm not ashamed of the community I'm a part of. Of course I want to build it up because I wild out with them. That's just common sense. But you never see the new legal on somebody's post attacking them. You don't ever see me coming in with a group of people, bandits, hordes, get along
Yep.
gangs to attack people. That's corny to me, bro. That's weak.
It
That
is.
all I'm gonna do is laugh at that because that's a reflection of your cowardness. And in real time, you probably a sucker anyway. That's why you do that stuff. Like in real time. So if you play yourself on social media like that, what's that say about you in reality? You play yourself on
Mm.
social media and don't use this. Oh, I just be messing with people. Nah, bro. I can mess with people and I ain't gotta do it the corny way you do it. So nah, there's levels to this stuff, man. So fold back, bro. Fold back. All I'm gonna do is continue to laugh at you clowns that come at the new legal because look, I do what I do because I want to. I do what I do because I can. And I do what I do because you ain't stopping me. And I do what I do because I'm passionate. That's it. I ain't in here trying to get roses from nobody. I ain't in here trying to catch an ego. But what I am in here to do is represent my community and my truest community that I know how they feel. I know what they think. And I deep down know what they want to hear. I do. They just don't have the right leadership to do it. I'm the only one willing to say that. I know what the problem is because you see it. I'm not going to keep telling you about specs, man, of the Xbox Series X.
Mm.
Damn it, when you really know, I don't know them damn specs. So stop it, people. Stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop the bullshit for a minute. Are we not a real community? I meet y'all. I talk to y'all. Some of y'all send me messages right on Xbox. We're good people. But I'm not going to sit here and let anybody make me think that we're bullshitters because we're not.
Mm.
We're not. I know the community that I'm a part of. And here's where it gets good. Things can slap us right in our face. And notice I said us. I'm not going to separate myself from my community. Even though I see it, though. Even though I see it. And that's that big sigh moment, right? But that's what I'm here to do. This is what I'm here to do, man. Microsoft put something out there to let us know that they got us. Even though they were making decisions, and if you was listening, I think this was a 6-year decision that they were making. So if Mixer only been out for 4 years, then when they told us that this thing had been in 6 years of thought, that means, damn it, they had been thinking about doing something like this, and they had been seeing how they could fit in, because basically Microsoft had to learn how to fit in with this. Twitch
Exactly.
and was just too big. They couldn't come in, and that's why Phil said, I think we just came in a little bit too late. We came in on the tail end of this stuff. Like when Twitch just done blew up, man, we can't facilitate an area when it comes to this. Now that Facebook gaming is here, we just kind of didn't do Mixer the way we wanted to do Mixer, but we're going to now partnership with Facebook. Now, why would they partnership with Facebook, General? Because Facebook is not a direct competitor to Microsoft. Google is, Amazon is, but not Facebook. Facebook is like an open market. It's open, right? It's open to the public. And 700 million people on it tend to put something that's game related on that brand. And what? That's 300 million more people on there that don't. So my Facebook is like $1 billion something dollar. I mean, $1 billion something of people of a community. If 700 million people put something gamer related on that platform, that's ridiculous. That means 300 million don't. The majority of Facebook is a gaming culture. Now you see why Facebook said, damn, let's get into gaming, because hell, most of the people on here are gamers. It's no longer about, hey, Facebook is making a transition, but ain't nobody talking bad about Facebook. Facebook is saying, hey, look, we see the kind of people that are on our platform. It's no longer, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, cousin, hey, sister and brother type of platform. Hey, look what I'm doing. You know why? Because you got sneaky Snapchat for that. You got sneaky Instagram for that. You got all the sneaky places you can go for all that. IG and Snapchat aren't gaming platforms. They're platforms where you can be sneaky at. We know what those platforms are. We know why people run to them. You know what I'm saying? Or where you just sit there and take pictures of yourself. Those are the selfie places. Facebook is beyond that now. Facebook is like, you know what, bro? Our platform is gamified. So we're going to make a transition and we're going to build upon gaming. So with that, Microsoft said, look, our platform right here didn't do so well. Do you not have internet on your Xbox, General? Answer me that. Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Did we need to have a computer when we went on Mixer? Yes or no, Tashawn?
Nope.
Thank you. So now that my man Sean, the General, told me this, because that's my brother, why do you think that you're going to need a PC to do Facebook gaming when Mixer is going to partner with it? You won't have to. Now watch where I'm going. Watch where I'm going, General. You won't have to have a PC. You probably won't have to have a camera, but you might. And cameras don't cost that much if you're going to invest in it. That's why we saw our competitors over there when they showed their reveal some days ago, where they had a camera involved with their console, because streaming and broadcasting is real, and that is part of the future. Yeah. Now watch this, General.
They need that for VR. That's a big thing.
That's true.
That for VR.
That is so true. Yeah. Now watch this, General. There was something that was shown to us that was right in front of our faces, right? And I don't understand why people just cannot think. General, when the Xbox Series X was revealed to us and they started showing all our features, what was one of the features that would really be important to this video right here? I'm just saying that generally. I'm just saying that. I don't want you to think, because I'm about to say it. It's go ahead. It's the one feature that we've never had on our controller. It's called the what? The snap feature. We got a snap button on our new controller. So if Microsoft wasn't thinking about streaming or editing your videos, or to be able to put them wherever you want to put them, why would they give us that button, General? Why would they do that, Sean? See what I'm saying? Why are people losing their minds and saying stupid things on social media? And watch this. If you're for Xbox and you got Xbox all in your mouth, but yet you talk to the masses as if they're dumb. Stop pulling Sony stunts, because I know you're half-breeding, but stop doing that to the community. And then you'll take the weaker-minded people or just the people who don't do their researches, and then you make them get all hysterical and they get all upset. But that's not building your community up. That's bringing your community down. And if you can't see the people who bring the community down and not build them up because they ain't hard enough to be called a corporate slave, I am. That don't mean nothing to me, bro. I ain't no corporate slave. I don't get nothing from Microsoft, man.
Exactly.
They ain't giving me no brochures. They ain't giving me, bro. This is straight from the passion. This is straight from the heart. Simply because I'm a fan of Xbox. They don't bother me. If they call me a fanboy, because they know that's weak. They know that doesn't even bother me. So none of that stuff bothers me, man. It may bother your weak ass, but it doesn't bother me. Nor does it tarnish what I do and what I like to do. It's not. But that snap feature on that controller now, there's a reason why Microsoft put that there. Now watch this. Did anybody see that coming? Did anybody? Nope. Thank you. Were any of your top YouTubers that you run to that are all they gonna talk about is specs to you? All they gonna do is talk specs to you. Where were their Where were their future plans if they got so much of the scoop? Oh, they got the scoop. They gonna tell you something. Well, damn it, why come they didn't tell you that? Huh? Why come they couldn't? Why come they? Right. If they got the scoop on so much stuff, why come they couldn't tell you what the PlayStation 5 was gonna bring to you? Huh? Huh? Just think about that for a minute. Think about it. The people that you follow, do they really speak from your heart? Do they really tell that story that you want to hear? Because honestly, there's not a lot of people who can take the rawness. There's not. The ones who can do the rawness, of course they're going to get ridiculed. Because those are the suckers that won't dare do what they're doing. So they ridicule them. But the ones who want to stay safeguard, like the soap, want to sit around here and want to itch your ears and say stuff that damn it over and over again that you're like, it's empty. It's empty. People want to cater to them because, hey, I ain't got to think so much. I ain't got to worry about nothing so much. Oh, these dudes are just, and all along these dudes are telling you a bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing.
It's sensationalism, man. They'll say whatever they can do to get you to their channel. That's
it's just a bunch of nothing. So the Xbox community, stop. You can't cry. You can't whine when you really don't have a true reason to be. Everything that's happening to us, we did it on ourselves. Because you don't need me or any other YouTuber to tell you how to think. I'm not here to tell you how to think. The legal is here to bring out some things and bring it to the light to might provoke you to think for your damn selves. We have a share button coming.
Go ahead.
Thank you, brother. We have a share button, a share damn button coming on our next generational console. There are deals being made. So the only thing I can think of now is that when we play our games, just the way we've been doing them on Mixer, and this is good for Facebook because you got to look at both of them. Facebook doesn't have a gaming system to where they can promote gamers at a large scale. So now that the Xbox Series X is going to be the leading, most powerful platform, why not? Why not? Facebook is like, why not get with Microsoft? Let's integrate our brand, which is already really in Xbox, because they can get it off of Microsoft Edge. They can come into us by way of Microsoft Edge through their console. And then watch this, General. And then let's just allow them to be able to record their games, which we are, because Phil and them already told us they're working on that. They're working on a real game and editing system for our console. And then when we get done, we can record 10, 15 to an hour, whatever we want to record. You might have to get an extra external hard drive for that, but you will be able to record as long as you want. You'll take what you record, you'll be able to edit it up, and then when it's all said and done, right? When it's all said and done, you can send it to Facebook. And when you present it to Facebook, you got people in your party chat or you got your microphone, they'll be able to hear you talk. They will be able to, if you got the camera, they'll be able to see you, but it'll be a seamless transition. But just give it time. We're not stupid to this. If you're a true Xbox fan, you're not stupid to this because they're showing you the future. It's right there in your face. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to figure. It's just these companies are not just selling for the first thought. Let me repeat that again. These million-trillion-dollar companies are not just settling off of the first thought. As months and years go by, they figure things out that can be better. And if y'all ain't been paying attention economically wise, ever since Enron failed, the economy hasn't been as stable because of crooked activity in our country. So what has companies been doing since after 2011? They have been merging because it's safer to be merged, it's safer to bundle up and give people a more affordable price under one umbrella. That is the future. That's where we're going. So now that I brought some things to light, I hope you truly understand now why Mixer had to go, but it's evolving into something bigger and better. Where, to be honest, people, watch this, the new legal's gonna be honest with you. It's going to go somewhere where there's true broadcasters and gamers that can take care of it. No, it will not be on the Xbox because we had our chance to show what we could do and you failed at it. That's just what it is. You didn't support it. So it's gonna go where it can be supported. And listen, I had almost 800 followers on my Mixer channel. The reason I did what I did is to prove that the things that Microsoft puts in front of us can work with just some consistency, some fun time, and some support. I may not have ever reached 1,000, but the way I was going, looked like I could have been. I just got a message today on my Xbox while I was doing the show. And he knows who he is. I won't say his name. But he told me, man, my son had 13 followers. 13 followers. I mean, not 13. I'm sorry, 1,300 followers. And I said, man, he would have had all he needed was 700 more, and he can open up that partnership with Mixer. But now his son won't be able to do that on Mixer because of the things that went down. Not everybody used it, but some people used it, and the convenience of Mixer was like no other, man. I was able to help people like the General. Y'all wouldn't have... Listen to me right now. When I started out with this brother, all I had was my damn phone and my earpiece to my headset. And I would tell this dude to speak as loud as he could because that's how passionate I was to get this man's voice out here. I didn't have no fancy computer. I didn't have all this stuff. So I was trying my best. And I went through all of the complaining, all the audio problems. I went through all of that. And when I was able to finally learn Mixer and finally get some establishment and finally get people to get some headsets, we went through all of that. And sometimes even now, the bandwidth ain't always there. We're in an epidemic. We're in an epidemic of a pandemic. Things aren't right. But we said to ourselves, we're going to keep going because people respect truth. And people, as long as you're true to people, they can put up with discrepancies because they know, man, he's speaking from the heart. He's true. Compared to somebody who could have all the stuff they have. Have you ever noticed some people just take for granted what they got? Now imagine if the new legal had some top-notch quality stuff and I was speaking from the heart. Whoa. This is the real reason why people like me in the YouTube community do not get supported by these Trojan horses because we are the ones that are the real threat. Like my man Puff has just said, out of host, rest in peace, Mixer. Puff Pass is now on Twitch. Yup, he had to go. Check out Puff Pass. He's on Twitch, y'all. He's on Twitch. The Puff Pass crew. I appreciated him, man. He put all his information up there. You touch it. Go support him, man. That's what we do in this community. Go, it's beautiful. Shout out to Puff Pass. That's right, man. He had to go back to Twitch. And just like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with him going back to Twitch. If that's where he went and he knows he can thrive over there, that's where he's going to have to go. But for me, I did start on Twitch. And I was doing pretty decent. I was getting like 88, 80, 90 something views. But it just Twitch just didn't really truly appeal to me. And then when Mixer came out, all the way I saw Mixer, I said I'm gonna ride with Mixer. You know, but so it's been some years since I've been on Twitch, and I probably won't go. I went back there yesterday, and it just didn't appeal to me. But that's my opinion. So I'm gonna try and wait for this Facebook thing. I'm gonna ride out Mixer, and then we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna try my best to get the general up to par. We're gonna see what we gotta do. If we have to use some other little things, but the general ain't going nowhere, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. He's been doing a great job. I appreciate him. You ain't going nowhere, my brother. But I just wanted to say that to y'all. The general's been, he came in just to sit back. He wanted to hear what I had to say. But, because I was going to do this by myself. So I'm glad he's in here. But before we close, do not let anybody distract y'all. Companies make decisions. Companies make business decisions. And usually when things happen right before our eyes and unexpectedly, they didn't just happen overnight. These things were in talks years ago.
Yep.
The XCloud, General, is a future visionary thing for Microsoft and the Xbox brand. It needs to go to places that are going to be able to utilize it. And why not Facebook? Pretty soon, why not Twitter? Just watch. Watch Twitter will have a market for gaming. Watch. Just watch. And we already send some of our stuff. Thanks, Dora. Thanks, Dora. Thanks for following me. You know, we're going to keep a tradition on here. When you follow, I follow. This is Mr. Follow for Follow, the new legal. Thank you so much. I'm mad and I'm sad, but I'm glad at the same time because Mixer and the people who use Mixer, and we all know who we are, we can now go somewhere else that's going to be stronger, that's going to be more people involved like us, and we can grow and support each other. So thank you all. Follow me. Keep following us. Follow Puff Puff Pass. Follow everybody that has a passion to broadcast. This stuff is like the arcades to me. I told y'all. This stuff is fun because it's like you guys are behind me watching me play, watching me get down in game, and it's funny. But when I have deep talks like this, it's kind of hard for me to just sit up here and do missions and do things when I know I'm going to be concentrated on what I have to say. So forgive me on that. But I wanted to use Mad Max as a metaphorical theme for how I feel the Xbox community is right now. We're like blown to ashes. We're out in the desert right now. We're in the middle of no man's land, you know, but there's some hope. There's a ray of light coming, man, and it's July. And they don't want to see us coming. I'm telling y'all, they do not want to see us coming. And that's the problem. Do not let them think that they don't want to see us coming, because the last thing they want to see is this July event. They don't want to see this July event. I'm telling y'all right now, the last thing they want to see is this damn July event, because their console choice did not give them what they wanted. Didn't do it. It didn't even give them next generational stuff. It just didn't do it. So once again, here's Xbox in a position to do what it needs to do. And that's why we're where we're at. We're at our point now where we done heard it all, seen it all. We're at the point, the Xbox community is at the point where we just want to see some action now. And I believe that's where the world is at. The world is tired of a lot of talking from corporations, from politicians, and all kinds of stuff. I think we can all agree on that. It's at a point where the world just wants to see some action for a change. Let some action happen, and I'm telling you, Xbox brand, you just watch and see what happens to you when you showcase. All you have to do now is just showcase. You done knocked down every other narrative, and all you have to do now is showcase. Once you do that, you'll see how the Xbox community will once again wake up. It'll feel like it has something to just support all the time. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is going to be part-time. You got people who don't even think that your games are now going to be exclusive or anything. That's messed up.
That's across the board, though, man.
Right. Yeah, it is.
That's across the board. That whole narrative is dead.
Right. It is. It is. It is. So now when you see that, you have a moment now to seize. Let's seize. You know? Let's seize. Once we seize this moment, there ain't nothing else to worry about. The Xbox community is still great. It's still fun to be a part of. We can do some marvelous things if we just believe in what we can do together. But it's going to take us together to move forward. I know that this system might not be, people may not be able to buy this Xbox Series X off the first launch, and that's okay. If you have it, move up to Xbox One X if you can. Get into the 4K world. And if you can't, that's still okay, because what makes us great is that we can sit up here, right, and not lose a beat on our games. That's the beautiful part. Everybody's still playing. If you got Game Pass, you out here. And you can ride off into the sunset playing all these beautiful games. You don't have to worry about nothing. You can do whatever you want to do. You know, be however you want to be. It's a beautiful thing, people, when you get into this Xbox community. Get into it. Stay poised. Stay real. There's no propaganda here. Me and the General, we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're part of this community just like you are. We're willing to speak from the heart. And I want to say, thanks to everybody out here that came to be a part of this show. Thank you all. It's not the end. It's not the end. It's a new beginning. General, it's not the end of you, bro. It's going to be a new beginning.
Hold on.
General ain't going nowhere. Yo, open your eyes, Xbox community. Open your eyes. That's all I want to say. Everything was there. They're not going to make features and put features on the brand, and it's just there for no reason. Think. Just think. Just think. Hey, y'all. It's been the New Legal. Representing Di-RREC Gaming with my man, General Johnson. Thanks for coming out, brothers and sisters. We here. Shout outs to the Mixer team, Twitter team, Facebook team, Instagram team. Yo, YouTube team, shout outs to everybody out here that's put their hands in Di-RREC Gaming and has made Di-RREC Gaming what it is. Thank you. You can catch me on the YouTube channel with these videos with just my gamertag name, The New Legal. Everything is going to be in the bios. Everything is going to be there for you. We might have to make some changes later on in the future. Don't worry. But you can always catch me there. You can catch us at Di-RREC Gaming, capital D, lowercase I, hyphen, capital R, lowercase e, lowercase c, space, capital G, lowercase a, lowercase m, lowercase I, lowercase n, lowercase g. You put that into the YouTube search bar, hit it, the icon comes up, follow us, put a like, put a dislike, leave some comments below. Do whatever you feel. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And that's gaming in these Xbox streets. To the General, I salute thee. To the Xbox, the mighty Xbox Live community, I double salute thee. This has been the New Legal, representing Di-RREC Gaming. And we out of here.